Hi, in this video we're going to be learning about the Layout tab inside of your Word document. Once you've opened up your online version of Word, you'll see the Layout tab, so click on it. On the far left-hand side of that Layout tab is a section, a drop-down menu called Margins. From here you can set up how big of a gap you want to leave around the outside of your page. So it'll keep pushing the text toward the middle of the page if you make that number bigger. So like a 1 by 1 that you'll see right here, you'll see here's where it's sitting at. Let's change that to a 0.5. Did you notice all of a sudden it went up toward the top and it came in on the side over here? That's what you can do with your margins. We have a drop down called Orientation. This is where you decide, do you want your piece of paper, your document, to be in portrait mode, which is up and down, or do you want it to be in landscape mode, where it lays on its side? That's whatever depends. It just really depends on what kind of a project you're creating. Under the size drop down, most of the time you're going to choose 8.5 by 11. 8.5 inches by 11 inches. That's the standard size of a piece of paper. If you have a project that needs something different, you know you can change it here. You can even create a custom page size if you would like. But most time, you're going to leave it at 8.5 by 11. You can change the indent. That's how things get bumped in further on a page. And you can adjust those right up here. So you can either have them be at right now it's at 0. That means it's all the way over to the side. If I change that number, it'll move it into the piece of paper more. The right indent coming from the other side, and you do have an option where you have spacing before. And in this spacing before, what you're able to do is to change the distance that falls between your lines. And you can have spacing after. That would be the distance that happens after you have your lines on the page and you're moving to another paragraph. Then you can change those. The ellipse that you see on the far end gives you some other options for your paragraph. So you can click here and you can change the indentation from here also. And you can change that spacing between the lines and between the paragraphs. Here's also the spot where you can change if you want your document to be single space between the lines. You can choose 1.5 between the lines, or you could have double if you'd like. You can even go multiple, but that rarely is something you're going to want to use. Usually you'll choose these other options. And you also have tabs, which you'll learn more about in typing as you go through there. That pretty much is what you can do with the Layout tab inside of your Word document. Have fun experimenting with that.